Alright, boysy boys. Time for another quick fragrance review with your lovely friend Chase. Anyway, I'm actually not that lacking in energy, just. Never mind. Shades Wood by Armaf. Alright, guys. I'm not going to spray this now because right now I'm wearing 4 sprays under each ear, and that's really overkill. But whatever. It's done. Actually, it's not too bad. I thought when I first got this, I thought I'd be like 2 sprays and done. It's kind of not that. The spray doesn't spray that much. Let's see. Let me show you. Like, for example, I don't know if you can see this, but it's very, very, really gentle distribution. It doesn't spray out too much juice. Ooh. Smells amazing on paper. That is some good juice. Right off the top, that is some beastly juice. Wow. Anyway, when I first got this stuff, I didn't know what was appropriate time to wear it, so I haven't been really wearing it to work or anything. I like to put it on in the evenings when I'm at home and just like smell myself. If I like take a shower after or whatever a day and I don't really want to put the same fragrance on again, it's evening and I'm by myself. I've been putting this on just to test it. I had a juice back in 2012 or something. It's called Ungaro 3. This smells a little bit like Ungaro 3. Kind of. I mean, it's mostly just the rose and maybe the geranium. And it has like some citruses, and it doesn't have the lavender that Ungaro does, but Ungaro is more of like a hybrid aquatic. So Ungaro is a little bit more like shimmery and aquatic-y almost in comparison. This is just like a heavy rose fragrance. It opens up with some citruses. They're kind of not very detectable. When you spray them on the paper, though, they're easily you can definitely tell they're there, but the rose is overpowering, and on my skin, the rose just takes over rather quickly. We're talking like within moments of spraying, the rose just dominates along with the oud. So yeah, definitely get a bunch of cumin and a lot of cumin, a little clove, a little black pepper, mostly cumin. Yeah, not too. I mean, the clove is there. It's just not like. It's not a clove bomb. It's a rose bomb. So I'm definitely smelling cumin rose oud. It's rather fresh. It's kind of a fresh juice for the first half hour. Smells almost fresh, like an aromatic. But it becomes pretty quickly, and that's just a heavy rose, spicy rose oud, and it's actually really quite nice. I don't have a lot of juices like this. I just don't. But again, like the only juice I ever owned that was remotely like this was Ungaro 3, and I really like Ungaro 3. Ungaro 3 is definitely more of an aromatic, fresher scent. Not as heavy as this. This is heavier, darker, and richer than Ungaro. Ungaro 3 had mahogany in it. This one has oud. But they both had cedar and sandalwood as well. So, I don't know. Gives me really strong vibes of Ungaro 3, but a lot of people are saying this is a Aramis calligraphy clone. Don't know, never smelled that. I'd like to smell that, and I also want to smell calligraphy rose in the future. Don't know if I'm just gonna blind buy them though. I want to find out what I want to try calligraphy rose a lot, but yeah, I really like the smell of this juice. It just smells very exotic, but not ugly. It's very fresh still. Nothing about it is very dirty. It's really pleasant. Almost has like a waxy, kind of a leathery, waxy kind of vibe. So the colors of the brown definitely are the colors I get. The brown and the gold. The gold represents like the spices in it, I would imagine. But yeah, this is a very oud, masculine oud and rose fragrance. It does last quite a long time. I don't know if it's as long as some people say it does. It does become a skin scent after about 4 hours. So I feel like it's a pretty strong, pungent EDT for the first 4 hours, and then it just dries down to a really woody, spicy base. And that woody and spice does linger for a while as a skin scent, but it's not like jumping off. It's not jumping off. This does jump off for a good 2 to 4 hours, depending on your skin. I mean, this thing depends on how much you spray out as well. This is strong and really quality, so it's definitely worth the. I got it for like 14.50 euros, so like $20. TakeItToday.com. I bought like a bunch of bottles, and so the shipping was cheaper. People say don't blind buy this. I definitely don't think this is a safe blind buy for anyone who's not into fragrances. But if you already have like a huge collection and you want to get into some heavier, darker rose-based scents, this is a good one to start off with if you don't want to spend an arm and a leg. I don't know anything about how this compares to the Clive Christian C or, whatever the other Rose Montel Road and Ooze fragrances, or Joe Malone Road and Ooze, or whatever. But yeah, the oud and the cumin. Oud and cumin. That's. Once the rose dies down after the 4 hours or so, you're just left with the oud and cumin, which is really pleasant. To me, this smells really natural. I don't get a chemical vibe. This smells like good juice. This smells clean. I don't get a synthetic vibe at all. People say it's synthetic, but I don't get a synthetic vibe. I feel like this is really well blended. It gives me like a creamy vibe. It's so well blended that it smells almost creamy. There isn't one note in this fragrance that's too strong, and that's what lends to its like cream-like effect. So definitely hits your nose rather smooth. People who walk by you and smell you might think that you're wearing some sort of like leather-based fragrance. Definitely get leather vibes, even though it's like a rose oud combo with a cumin. But yeah, almost smell like wax, like a candle wax or something like that. I really like this scent. It's really fresh for cooler days. Recommend it for the spring, fall, and winter, or cool summer days, cool summer nights. But you don't want to be wearing this in you don't want to be wearing this in 100 plus degree, 90 plus degree. Right now it's 79, and I'm outside, and it's pretty decent. And it's in the middle of, like yesterday was in the hundreds, but today is like 80 is the top. And 80 degrees, this shines in like 80 or below. And yeah, with a good breeze, this is definitely a great outdoor fragrance. This will fill a room. But when you're outdoors, the sillage is incredible. You will be noticed. I haven't worn this around too many people, so I haven't really had any like feedback, but I imagine women will like this. Women will like this if you're dressed up. If you're a businessman, or you're just a really masculine adult male who dresses decent and you know, is properly groomed and everything. People smell you wearing this, they will think you are high class. So, yeah, I definitely think this is for the 25 and up crowd. 25 and up, really sensual. It could be a date fragrance if it's the right date. I wouldn't use this for like the first date, unless you're really debonair and dashing yourself, and your date is extremely, you know, intellectual or whatever. Your date has to be super fashionable to appreciate this. It can't be just some teeny bopper. So, my review for how I would rate Armaf Shades Wood. On its own merits, I would say it's an 8 out of 10 for this type of scent it is. It's a little basic. It doesn't have a lot of notes in it. It doesn't seem to progress too much. It's just really basic rose, cumin, oud. There's some extras in there, but it doesn't like... It's pretty linear, I want to say. It doesn't really have a lot of stages. It just has like 2 stages. The opening and then the dry down. It's got like a rather fresh opening, and then it just kind of like creamily morphs into a dark woody oud base. But I like it. It's great. Really good for outside again, like I said. So I would give it an 8 out of 10. I would give Sillage and Longevity 10s out of 10s. But just the scent alone, 8 out of 10 for its style, its type of scent, it's an 8 out of 10. So if you're into rose oud-based fragrances and you have $20, this is a must-have in your collection. So Shades Wood, Armaf. I may or may not be getting some other Armafs. What do I got over here? I just got this one called Rixos by Armaf. Yeah, anyway, I'll do a review on that one. I haven't worn this one yet. But, Shades Wood. Intrigued by it. Love it. Yeah, it's growing on me. It's definitely a good scent. So, that is my review, guys. Have a good day.